It is Friday, January 21st of 2022. And oh my God, is it freaking cold today, all day today, on Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! So cold. And welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are on the East Coast of the U.S., I hope you're all bundled up and not going out, because I think there's like freeze warnings all the way up and down the East Coast, with the possible exception, naturally, of Florida. Florida's like, what? 20 degrees? You must be out of your mind to be living there. And I've always contended that my state of mind is not necessarily about where I live, but it's about who I am, which all in itself is frightening as well. So, a couple things to talk about today. I've changed my audio setup. I'm laughing because it's like this is hardly news. I've changed my audio setup at the house, and it was mostly because of the audio interface that I've been using for probably 3 to 4 years. The Behringer USB 404 HD. What is going on here? Is starting to get all staticky and not giving me what I really want. And for a long time I was thinking it was, you know, the little box that I use as a preamp slash compressor slash everything else. But no, that was fine. I hook up my headphones directly to the output of that. Sounds great. But everything coming out of USB on the Behringer unit was just not good. So I've spent about the last week looking at a lot of different audio interfaces. And at first, I was going to spend a lot more money and get something that was rack mounted, because everything else I have is rack mounted. But honestly, I don't use more than like 2 inputs at a time, so that would be a colossal waste of money. And that was kind of driven home by my sound engineer friend and neighbor Joe, who was like, okay, you want to spend that kind of money and you're only using 2 inputs. So I let common sense win out, and it really came down to 2 different devices. The Arturia Mini Fuse 2, which is a 2 mic input, and it's got a few other inputs as well, but 2 mic input audio interface, really good preamps, and of course it connects up through USB. It's got various outputs. Everything gets routed to its own mono channel. And then the other one I was looking at was the Motu M4, which has 2 mic inputs and 2 TRS inputs. That's the 1/4-inch big headphone cable, if you don't know what that is. And I ended up going with the Motu, mostly because of the metering that it has on the front. It has meters for each one of the inputs and each one of the outputs on the front of the unit. which is pretty good. The only thing it doesn't have that I kind of wish it did was some kind of scale to show what the levels are, instead of it just being, okay, you're green, you're yellow, you're red. So, but I can do that through other software that I have. So not that big of a deal, but it just would have been nice to have that as well. So the weird thing was, I ordered it yesterday, and as soon as I ordered it through Amazon, it was like, okay, it's going to be here today. I was like, what, really? That quickly? So when I got home from work, it was waiting there for me. And the smart thing to do would have been, okay, I've got this unit, and it's got everything I need to get started, but the cable that it uses, because it's bus powered, so it's USB-C out, and it goes, and it comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable, but that cable is like super short. It's like only about a foot long, and I could have, but didn't, just leave the Behringer hooked up until I can get a longer cable for it. And the other thing was, and this was something that kind of drew me to the Behringer unit in the first place. The Behringer unit has an amazing number of outputs and different ways that you can connect gear with it. So the Behringer 404, not the 204, but the 404, for outputs, for main outputs, you can also use XLR to XLR cables. And if your studio monitors, the speakers, have XLR inputs, that's more or less, I mean, people would argue about it, but that's more or less the best way to connect it. Second best way is through TRS balanced cables, which is what the Motu has. But the Behringer had XLR, XLR outputs, which is really nice. And they sounded great. It was the output from USB that was not wonderful. So I disconnected everything, because that's what I do. And I kind of jury-rigged the Motu unit in. I've got the first output is going through my signal chain to, the output of the signal chain goes to channel 1 on the Motu, which is a combo TRS XLR jack. And then the output from the second signal chain is going to input 2 on the Motu. I don't have long enough TRS cables to go to the monitors from the unit, and so I ordered some of those. Those are supposed to be coming today. The other thing I ordered was a USB-C. I was tempted to get the USB-C to USB-C cable, 3 feet or longer, but I don't, I don't have a spare direct USB-C Thunderbolt 4 input on the Mac Mini. And frankly, it doesn't really matter. It's audio, so the amount of data that you're going to push is easily done through USB-C to USB-A. So I got a data charging USB-C to USB-A cable, 3+ feet long, and that's coming today. So hopefully when I get home from work today, I'll be able to connect everything up the way that I want it to be connected up, other than, of course, the XLR cables to the monitors, but I'll have the balanced TRS cables, and that'll be good enough for what I'm doing. And then I can start experimenting and see if it's even really still worth going through the DBXs to the Motu unit. We'll see. I'd love to experiment with this stuff, so that'll be a lot of fun. And it's a cool looking little unit. If you check it, just go to Amazon, type in Motu M4, and you'll see the unit that I'm talking about. And according to most literature, it doesn't need a preamp, an external preamp, to do something like the Shure SM7B, which is like one of the hungriest dynamic broadcast dynamic microphones that's out there. And I haven't tried it yet, but I will. And I don't know, maybe I just don't need those DBXs anymore. We'll see. I'll still use them because, I mean, they're there. And there's one other thing I'm looking at. It's another microphone because I'm an idiot. Haven't decided whether or not I'm going to pull the trigger on that because I need another microphone like I need a hole in the head, and I got plenty of those already. Don't need any more holes in the head. So that is going to do it, I think, for today. If you want to contribute and help me pay for all this stupid crap that I buy that I mostly don't need, you can go to patreon.com/MacParrot. You can buy me a coffee, ko-fi.com/MacParrot, or PayPal through PayPal, paypal.me/MacParrot. You can go on over to my website. My website will have all the audios and all the videos. And that is, almost said MacParrot. I wish. I have not been able to get MacParrot. I had it a long time ago, let it lapse, and now someone is holding on to it, and I'm not going to pay some crazy fee to get that URL. So I have VertShark instead. VertShark.com is the website. What else? What does that say? I can't quite see what it says. Martin, I'll look at it a little bit. Looks like it says acoustic. Twitter is MacParrot and VertShark. And of course, over on the YouTubes, you can like, share, subscribe. Did you see it? Like, share, subscribe. Waving the fingers. That's all you got to do. It's so easy. And you'll see all the videos there. Straight up all the videos. What else? There's the VertShark Facebook page. Tell all your friends about that. Actually, tell all your friends about all this stuff if you can. But the YouTube page, I'm trying to grow that, and the Facebook page are two very, very good places to go to see what's going on in the VertShark world. The email address is either guy@mymac.com or podcast@vertshark.com. There's a Skype telephone number, which is 1 or +1 outside of the United States, 703. What the hell is our number? Almost said 456, but that's not right. 703. I don't know. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. Only been talking about it for God knows how many years. 9501, 436-9501, 703-436-9501. That is the Skype telephone number. Pulled it at the last minute. Yes, I did. Way to go, guy. You're a smart fella. So, whoa. I think that's it. Pretty much. I'm almost to work, and it's cold. And I'm going to get out of here. So wherever you are, please stay safe. Don't do anything crazy. Vax up. Wear the mask. Let's get through this garbage. So tired of it. Anyway, that will do it for today. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me today on Guy's Daily Drive. And I will see all of you next time right here. Right the hell here on Guy's Daily Drive. Bye-bye.